Hey there, welcome to another episode of Eve News, Sports and Weather. I'm Mike Azariah. It is a gorgeous day outside where I am, so I thought I'd do an outside recording as opposed to at one of my desks. Let's see, big thing that you need to know about Eve Online right now, and the thing I want to get to first, am I blue? I'll get to the color in a second, is summer is beginning also in Iceland. I'm seeing nice pictures from there. And you have to understand, Iceland has some very strict rules about vacation time. So you can expect a lot of the devs to be off, things to slow down a little. If you're waiting on things to happen fast, wait till the fall because they take vacation time and getting outside when the getting is good very seriously. Now, am I blue? Blue in Eve has a couple of meanings or uses, and I want to talk about that today because everyone's talking about the big war coming up, and wars quite often involve the word blue in two different ways, one each with their own meaning and their own implications. First is bluing somebody, where you say somebody is blue, they are a ally, a friend. Don't shoot them right now unless you're in a alliance that shoots blues, and they don't keep friends very long. Quick story on the side: I got contacted once by the leader of Wingspan delivery service, who loves shooting everybody, and the guy contacted me and said, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm Mike Azariah." "No, who are you?" "I'm me. I drive the bus." He says, "You are the only person who is a solo player who is blue to Wingspan. Why?" And I thought about that for a second. I told him I did not know that I was blue to you guys. I appreciate the gesture. Probably one of your leaders previously thought I was doing a good thing and decided to blue me. Uh, I'm not making any demands, and if you want to unblue me, you're welcome to. If you leave me blue, that's also nice. But blue means don't shoot them immediately. Check with Diplos. Problem is, if everybody becomes friends, especially in nullsec, then the wars end, and the wars are the exciting thing. So the leaderships are always running this tightrope balance of have enough friends to be powerful, but not so many that it doesn't matter that you're powerful. There's nothing left to fight. This is tricky, and leads me to the second one in just a moment. But think of that in terms of your rank and file, the people in your alliance. They want to do the big wars. They want to be in Guinness Book of World Records. They want there to be something to remember. But for that to happen, you have to have enemies, somebody worth fighting. And it's sure you can go curb stomp the nearest small alliance, but that doesn't really make any records. All it is you're blamed for being a bully. So even if the small alliance undocks and shows up, you don't get anything out of it. So I have nothing but admiration for the leadership of the big alliances and the tightrope that they have to walk in trying to decide who to blue, how long to blue them, non aggression pacts, all of that sort of stuff is a tricky line to do. And some of them are quite good at it, others burn bridges so much you think they'd work for a bridge building company. Not well. Second blue, and this has come up a few times in the commentary over the past week, is blue balls. And this is where there's a big promise of a fight, and then one side shows up en masse, and the other side says, "Ha ha, mage undock," and they do not undock, leaving the first side frustrated. Maybe they take a keep star or fortizar or some sort of structure, but it's unopposed, and they told everybody, "We're going to go see a great fight," and nothing happens. It's frustrating. It's frustrating for the people who stay docked because they want to get in a fight too. It's frustrating for the people who showed up because they managed to convince everybody, "Come on, we got to show up for this," and then nothing happens. It's but the problem is, there's a saying in Eve: if it's a fair fight, both sides screwed up. So much as people would like to say, we want a challenge, we want to fight something, they want to fight someone they can beat, but just barely. They don't want to fight an even fight where there's a chance they will lose. And so they also will form a huge fleet to plant a Fortizar. And then if something bad, the other side actually does show up with a good defense feat, they say, yeah, maybe not today. And off they tootle. So you've got this real balance of almost deception. That was something that came up a long time ago. It was suggest the CSM presented the idea to CCP. CCP decided not to go with it, but I think it'd be really cool. Is the ability to fit a module that changes what your ship looks like on scan, so that you actually present. You could have a fleet of Myrmidons, and they present as a fleet of Ventures. And until somebody goes and visually checks it, they won't know for sure. D-Scan will not give you reliable information if they choose to wear disguises. The only way to be sure is to get in there and look with Eyeball 1.0. And that'll make for scouting to be something more important rather than just having a alt sitting on a safe somewhere cloaked up and just reporting what's flying through. His reports will start to be wrong. Deception. That is a very key thing. Now, weather-wise, in Delve is the most violent system or region in space, but not excessively so. There's battles going on, but there's no huge isolated battle in the past week that really drove numbers up. Low sec, Abazon, high sec, Cheetah as always. Sports with the changing of teams, everyone seems to be growth oriented this past week, and so you're seeing none of the large alliances are watching drops, except for Razor's dropped about a fifth, but everybody else is doing nice. About 200 players added to almost every one of the big organizations. So the growth is there. I don't know whether there's this hints of people getting ready and bringing back characters so they can be in a big war, hoping that the blues that they're with help them not wind up being blued in the other way. But it is going to be, I hope, a good summer for battles and for players to play and for Eve overall to have a good game. I'll still be doing these weekly things as much as I can, and if I don't have a big news story to cover, then I'll do another coverage of terms or my thoughts on various things in the game. Until next week, you have yourself a beergarita and touch some grass. Get outside if you can. Have a beautiful week, and I will chat with you soon. Oh, skål.